It's hard to believe that there was once a time when humans simply walked around barefoot, no matter the temperature or terrain. Today, shoes are an everyday part of our lives, and although buying your next pair can seem like a simple task, choosing the wrong shoes can have disastrous consequences. Luckily for you, you clicked on this video, because today you're going to learn about 4 shoes that you should never buy. First on the list, we have the green satin Adelaide shoe. These shoes are to die for. Literally. That's because the green satin Adelaide shoe has the unfortunate reputation of slowly poisoning those who wear them. The brilliant color of the green pigment, achieved by mixing copper and poisonous arsenic, made the shoes highly toxic and even deadly. When the shoe's poisonous dye came in contact with the body, it produced sores, scabs, and painful peeling of damaged tissue, allowing the poison to further seep into the victim's bloodstream. One person even died from wearing them. His death was described in grisly detail, and by all accounts, his illness was horrible. It started with his feet turning green, escalated to him violently vomiting green water, and ended with the whites of his eyes changing to a yellow lime color. His vision was even affected, with the man describing to his doctor that he saw everything with a greenish color. In his final hours, he fell into a fit of convulsions until he died, while foaming at the mouth, nose, and eyes, with, quote, an expression of great anxiety. Surprisingly, these shoes are even sold today, found at high-priced auctions, guised as collector's items. We wouldn't recommend wearing them, though, for obvious reasons. Up next, we have the Vibram FiveFingers. Originally marketed as a more natural alternative for different outdoor activities such as sailing, kayaking, and canoeing, the shoes are meant to replicate being barefoot. They have thin, flexible soles that are contoured to the shape of your feet, including visible individual sections for the toes. Unfortunately, wearing them can have disastrous health consequences. If not conditioned slowly enough, the soles of your feet can become inflamed or damaged with activity wearing the shoe. Also, due to overtraining or incorrect form, runners can damage their Achilles tendon, suffer from foot inflammation, and toe fractures. The shoe can also add extra stress to the calf muscles and the arch of the foot, which can lead to serious health problems if not addressed. Due to these issues, the company eventually settled a $3.8 million lawsuit for alleging false health claims. Up next, we have the Nike Cortez. Wearing these shoes can get you killed. That's because the Nike Cortez is infamously known for being worn by members of the notoriously violent MS-13 street gang. With over 10,000 members in the US, the gang is known for numerous horrendous crimes, such as drug trafficking, arson, armed robbery, extortion, and even murder. According to urban lore, the Mexican gang took on the Cortez as part of the uniform because of the chapter in Mexico's history that inspired the sneaker's name, the conquest of the Aztec Empire by Hernan Cortez, the infamous Spanish conquistador. As a result, the Cortez became notorious in places like Los Angeles, home to MS-13, and the danger around wearing them was real. One incident occurred on a foggy night in the LA suburb of Brentwood, when 4 teenagers were shot in a drive-by shooting for wearing the shoes. The teens, who ranged in age from 13 to 16 years old, were standing on a sidewalk when a car drove up next to them. A man in the car asked one of the boys why he was wearing Nike Cortez, saying, quote, gang members like to wear those. The car then pulled away, made a U-turn, and then came back, pointing a .40 caliber firearm fitted with an extended 30-round magazine, and fired approximately 26 shots at the boys. As the teens ran for their lives, all 4 were hit by gunfire. Luckily, the shooter wasn't a great marksman, as all 4 survived the violent attack. 2 of the victims suffered from minor gunshot wounds and were released from the hospital shortly after the shooting. Unfortunately, one teen was hit in the lower back and was left paralyzed from the waist down. Another had their left leg amputated due to a bullet wound to the knee. The shooters were never found. Last and not least, we have Crocs. All arguments over Crocs inevitably end with, I don't care, they're comfortable. Such defenders relish in the assumption that shoes that pamper your feet must also be good for them. Unfortunately, this is proven to be false. Recent studies have found that Crocs are not suitable for all-day use. One reason is that the shoes fail to adequately secure your heel. When your heels are unstable, your toes tend to grip, which can lead to tendinitis, worsening of toe deformities, nail problems, corns, and calluses. And even if the back straps on Crocs did protect your heels, bigger problems remain. One of the most important parts of any shoe is the shank, a supportive structure that rests between the heel and the toe and runs under the arch of the foot. As a result, wearers are more likely to have foot pain if their shoes bend in the shank, and Crocs are the poster child for this type of footwear, making Crocs not only clunky and polarizing, but also potentially dangerous. Well guys, those are 4 shoes that you should never buy. Let me know what you guys think of the list. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Also, if you like what you see at the channel, subscribe and put post notifications on. I'm Jeff from Modern Muscle, and I'll see ya next time.